Introduction: The Big Lie. We've all been told that education is the key to success. Get good grades, go to college, secure a stable job. That's the formula for a happy, successful life. But what if I told you that this formula was never designed to empower you? What if the system was actually created to control you, to turn you into a compliant worker, rather than a free thinker? In this narrative, we're going to reveal how the education system was designed to enslave, not liberate, and what you can do to break free. 1. The origins. Life before the Industrial Revolution. Before the Industrial Revolution, education was personal and practical. It wasn't about sitting in classrooms memorizing facts. It was about learning skills that would help you survive and thrive in your community. Families and communities passed down knowledge through apprenticeships, hands-on experience, and mentorship. Education was tailored to the individual, with the goal of preparing them for a meaningful role in society. But with the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, everything changed. Factories needed a steady supply of workers who could perform repetitive tasks and follow orders without question. The education system was redesigned to meet this demand. Schools became factories themselves, producing workers who could keep the industrial machine running smoothly. 2. Schools as prisons. The architecture of control. If you've ever felt like school was more like a prison than a place of learning, you're not alone. The similarities are striking, and they're not coincidental. Schools, like prisons, are designed to control movement, behavior, and even thought. Think about it. Rigid schedules. Just like prisoners, students have their day structured by bells, moving from one cell, classroom, to another at the sound of a bell. Uniformity. Both prisoners and students are often required to wear uniforms or follow strict dress codes, reinforcing conformity. Surveillance. Schools are filled with cameras, hall monitors, and other forms of surveillance, much like a prison environment. Restricted freedom. Students, like prisoners, are given limited freedom. They must ask permission to speak, to leave the room, or even to use the restroom. Punishments. Both schools and prisons use punishment to enforce rules, whether it's detention for students or solitary confinement for prisoners. This prison-like environment conditions students to accept a life of obedience and conformity. From a young age, they're taught to follow rules, respect authority, and suppress their individuality. This conditioning prepares them for a future where they're expected to fit into the corporate world without questioning the system.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know the power of social media and how it has drastically changed our lives. We can now connect with people from all over the world, share our thoughts and experiences, and most importantly, learn from each other. And that's where the importance of sharing and subscribing to this channel comes into play. I stand before you today to encourage each and every one of you to share this video with your friends and family and also subscribe to this channel. I understand that the idea of sharing and subscribing may seem like a small gesture, but trust me, it has the potential to make a huge impact. Firstly, by sharing this video, you are not only helping the channel grow, but you're also giving others the opportunity to watch something inspiring, informative, or entertaining. Who knows, this simple action of sharing might just brighten up someone's day or even change their perspective on life. Moreover, subscribing to this channel means being a part of a community that constantly provides valuable content. By subscribing, you will never miss out on any new videos, and you will always have access to thought-provoking discussions, engaging interviews, and informative tutorials. But most importantly, by sharing and subscribing, you are supporting the hard work and dedication of creators behind this channel. As a fellow content creator, I know the time and effort and passion that goes into making each and every video. Your support and encouragement motivate us to keep creating and improving. In conclusion, sharing is caring, and subscribing is supporting. So I urge you all to hit that share button and subscribe to this channel. Let's spread the love and make a positive impact together. Thank you for your time. And now let's continue with this video.
3. The curriculum crafted for compliance. Why do we study what we study? The curriculum wasn't designed to develop your unique talents or foster your creativity. It was crafted to produce a compliant workforce. The focus on reading, writing, and arithmetic wasn't because these are the most important skills for a fulfilling life. It's because these are the skills most needed in the workplace. Subjects that encourage creativity and critical thinking, like the arts or philosophy, are often sidelined or underfunded. The system doesn't want free thinkers. It wants workers who can perform specific tasks. This is why students are taught to memorize and regurgitate information rather than to question and innovate. The Jesuits, who famously said, "Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man," understood the power of early education. They knew that the ideas and values instilled in a child during their formative years would shape their entire life. The modern education system uses this same principle, but with a different goal: to mold children into adults who will accept their place in the corporate world without question. 4. The Standardization Trap, a system of conformity. Standardized testing is one of the clearest indicators of a system designed for conformity. These tests don't measure your ability to think critically or creatively. They measure how well you can remember and repeat information. This isn't education. It's training for compliance. But it's not just students who are trapped in this cycle. Teachers and college professors are also victims of this system. They're forced to teach to the test, to stick to a rigid curriculum, and to meet standardized benchmarks that don't reflect the true potential of their students. The creativity of educators is stifled, as they're pressured to produce measurable results rather than foster genuine learning. As a result, education becomes about meeting quotas and achieving scores, not about inspiring a love of learning or developing real-world skills. Students are reduced to numbers on a spreadsheet, and teachers are judged by their ability to produce those numbers. The system fails everyone involved, creating an environment where true learning is sacrificed for the sake of standardization. This trap doesn't just affect students during their school years, it impacts them for life. Students conditioned to seek approval through grades and test scores often carry this mindset into adulthood. They become employees who seek validation through performance reviews and promotions, rather than pursuing work that is meaningful and fulfilling. 5. The rising costs and declining returns. While the cost of education continues to skyrocket, the value of that education is declining. College tuition has ballooned to the point where students are taking on massive debt, often without a clear path to a job that will allow them to pay it off. Meanwhile, learning outcomes are suffering, and functional illiteracy is on the rise. How can this be? The answer lies in the priorities of the system. The education industry has become a profit-driven enterprise. Colleges and universities are more concerned with attracting students and securing funding than with providing a quality education. The focus is on quantity: more students, more degrees, rather than quality. As a result, students graduate with a piece of paper but without the skills or knowledge they need to succeed in the real world. The promise of education as a ticket to a better life is becoming increasingly hollow as more and more graduates find themselves underemployed and struggling to make ends meet. 6. The illusion of choice, the trap of limited paths. You've been told you can be anything you want to be, but the choices presented to you are limited. The education system funnels students into predetermined paths, pushing them toward careers that fit the needs of the economy, not their own passions or talents. Degrees are marketed as the key to success, but in reality they often lead to jobs that don't require the education you paid so much for. The illusion of choice keeps you complacent, believing that by choosing a major or a career path, you're exercising your freedom. But in reality, you're choosing between different paths to the same destination, a life where your primary function is to contribute to someone else's wealth. This illusion of choice also extends to the way success is defined. You're told that success means a stable job, a house, a car, and a comfortable retirement. But what if success means something different to you? What if your passion lies outside the boundaries of traditional careers? The system isn't designed to accommodate that. It's designed to steer you back into the fold. 7. Breaking free, redefining success and happiness. Breaking free doesn't mean abandoning education altogether. It means taking control of your own learning journey. The traditional system offers one path, but in today's world, there are countless alternatives. The internet, for example, has opened up unprecedented opportunities for self-directed learning. You can access information, courses, and communities that were once out of reach, allowing you to tailor your education to your personal goals and values. Instead of relying solely on formal education, consider embracing lifelong learning. This means continuously seeking knowledge that aligns with your passions and interests, using modern tools and platforms to educate yourself in ways that are meaningful to you. Whether it's through online courses, books, podcasts, or mentorship, the power to learn is in your hands. This approach isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about aligning your learning with your values and fostering true happiness. When you take control of your education, you're no longer a passive participant in a system designed to mold you into a worker. You're an active creator of your own life, guided by your passions and interests. The 𝐔𝐈𝐒 community is here to help bridge that gap. We're dedicated to helping you integrate your personal values with your professional goals to achieve true happiness and success. Through our resources, support, and guidance, you can learn how to break free from the limitations of the traditional system and build a life that's truly yours. By focusing on what matters most to you, rather than what the system tells you should matter, you can redefine success on your own terms. Happiness comes from living a life that's aligned with your values, not from conforming to someone else's definition of success. 8. The power of community and connection. Breaking free from the system can feel like a lonely journey, but you're not alone. There's a growing movement of people who are questioning the status quo and seeking alternative paths. Connect with others who share your values and vision. Join communities, both online and offline, where you can share ideas, gain support, and collaborate on projects. 𝐔𝐈𝐒 is one such community, dedicated to helping individuals integrate their personal values with their professional goals to achieve true happiness and success. By joining this community, you can gain access to resources, support, and guidance as you navigate your own path to freedom. Conclusion: the choice is yours. The truth has been revealed. The education system was designed to keep you in your place, to make you a cog in the machine. But you have the power to break free, to redefine success on your own terms, and to live a life that's true to you. The choice is yours. Will you continue down the path they've laid out for you, or will you forge your own way? Remember, true happiness comes from living a life that's aligned with your values, passions, and purpose. Don't settle for less. If this message resonated with you, don't just let it end here. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for more content that challenges the status quo and empowers you to live life on your own terms. Visit toddallen.com and sign up for the 𝐔𝐈𝐒 newsletter to connect with a community of like-minded individuals who are also breaking free from the system and finding true happiness. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you with a powerful quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Seek contentment and fulfillment in living a life true to yourself, not in the pursuit of material success. Until next time.